You gotta stop listening to what people tell you good risk reward is. I see it everywhere: YouTube, Twitter, X, social media in general. Everyone's got an opinion. Everyone's trying to tell you, hey, this is good risk reward, manage your risk this way, do this, do that. Yet a lot of it's actually doing the opposite of what you think it's supposed to be doing, and that's helping you. You probably watched a video recently, maybe right before this one, maybe you're gonna watch one tomorrow, about a seemingly successful trader telling you how to manage risk. Do this to manage risk. Here's a beginner's guide to risk management. Yet what's actually happening is they're preying on beginners, ultimately trying to get them to do something else or milk out as much money from YouTube ad revenue or wherever they're getting paid. So you can probably guess I have a problem with this. And by the end of this video, my goal is to make sure that you actually have a way to manage risk or think about risk management that's actually going to benefit you and not hurt you, because all those risk management videos are doing the opposite. Now, funny enough, I actually minored in risk management back in college, but I don't think that even matters. It's not even the point of this video. I'm just someone who has been in the space long enough, traded my own long enough, lost a lot of money long enough, made money, lost it, gone through the ups and downs of trading strategy, managing risk, what I thought it used to be and what it's settled into be right now, which is completely different than what social media portrays. Okay, so imagine this scenario, or maybe you've seen this scenario play out recently. A successful trader shows you or makes a video on risk management, and they cherry pick a topic, they cherry pick an example, and they go back through their trade, whether it was in hindsight, whether they've actually logged it through a platform, whether they're just telling you and they can make it up, whatever, doesn't really matter. But they go back and they tell you that, hey, I had a 6.2 R on this trade. Now, that person being more successful than we are, we look up to that person and go, oh my gosh, a 6.2 R, wow. And now it hooks you in and you watch the video. Now what a 6.2 R means is essentially they risked 1x to make 6.2x their money. And that could be scaled across any size, any number, whatever. It's not really relevant. What's more relevant is that, like, oh wow, like you risked a little to make a lot. Like in this case, a lot. And many people will hear the, always look to be like a 2-to-1 risk reward, meaning that, okay, I'm trying to make $2 for every $1 that I risk. And that's kind of seen as like good risk management, generally speaking, in the industry. To some, maybe to everyone, I don't know. It's really irrelevant though. That number is absolutely irrelevant. And let me explain why. To fully understand the 6.2 R or the whatever R trade you have, we need to know the trade context compared to other trades, the strategy's context compared to other strategies, what's the win rate of that strategy, and then the personal context. How did this person handle this trade? Is this a common occurrence? Is this a one-off situation? Is this something that they're so excited about they had to make a video ultimately to sell their membership of whatever signals to you? That's all has to play in to the context of the situation. Now, it sounds dumb, but like trading is so much more mental than people think. And we've got a whole video on a beginner's guide to trading psychology if you want to watch it up on the channel. And we recently put it up. I think it's a really good place to start. But the things I just mentioned and listed off are going to be different for everyone. It's literally not going to be the same for you, for me, even if we have the same strategy. It doesn't matter. All of those things are all components to your whole body of work, your whole trading body of work, and that plays into it. So while this trade is pretty cool and all, and it's actually a very nice trade, like a 6.2 R is very, very nice, it doesn't actually mean anything that the person is saying 6.2 R. It's actually extremely irrelevant, yet most people will take away, whether consciously or subconsciously, holy shit, I need to get a 6.2 R in order for myself to be profitable because this person's profitable and they had a 6.2 R trade. Again, that means nothing to us. What is relevant and all that actually matters is your win rate and your average risk reward for you, your whole body of work. Win rate, average risk reward. That is what matters, not somebody else's, yours, based on your strategies, how you trade, how you see the market, and how you handle your emotions and your day-to-day. So when you boil it all down, the game is really just a quest for perfection. Like, we're all trying to strive for a better win rate, a better risk reward, knowing we're never going to be perfect. We're never going to be able to achieve a 6.2 R on every single trade and have them win every single time. It's just not going to happen. We know that, but we're still striving to get as close to that as possible. That's a more meaningful takeaway. Go back a few minutes and replay that so you understand what I just said. Like, that's actually what matters. So in striving for that perfection, your trading may look something like this. Year 1, 0.75 profit factor. Now, profit factor is total profits divided by total losses. So maybe year 1, you're at a 0.75. Anything under 1 means you're not profitable. That's fine. That's to be expected. Maybe it's worse. Doesn't really matter. Year 2, maybe you come in at 0.95 profit factor. Year 3, 1.05, you had your first profitable year. Year 4, 1.25, and then year 10, 1.75 profit factor. Congrats, you are a profitable trader. Now, those numbers are potentially overly simplified with market conditions. Things may change. It may not be as linear as that. But also, make sure you're not comparing year 2 to somebody else's year 10. If you're trying to do that, again, you're comparing apples to oranges. It doesn't make sense. It's not relevant to you because that's what actually matters when it comes to trading. Your results, your numbers, how you see things, not how you think you should based off of somebody else. And to achieve that progression, you really achieve that, again, by focusing on yourself, your risk reward, your win rate. That is how you achieve that over time. The best way, in my opinion, to track, journal, and log and keep track of those numbers, of your stats, is through something called TradeZella. That's what I use. You can do it on your own. You can use something like TradeZella. They help you track, journal, log all of your trades. You can create playbooks. You can track almost any metric you want when it comes to your own trading. And that has been instrumental in creating the consistency and the results that I have seen, the improvements I have seen over the past year plus now of using them consistently in my own trading. Drop a like if it was helpful. Hopefully it was a different way to view things. If it was, maybe even consider sharing it, because these types of videos, I don't think they're not flashy. They're not going to catch the attention. They're not going to get the views, but they're actually meant to help people who want to improve their actual trading stats and their actual trading versus these flashy numbers, these flashy trade recaps and this and that. You know, at the end of the day, it's kind of like creating a false reality and it's not actually helping you. Thanks so much, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.